Okay, maybe we're finally ready. All right, so this is a Wave 2.0 in cherry. We have them in cherry, we have them in rubber wood, and we have them in beech. So we went with these three different materials because this is a bigger shape, right? And so cherry was like the must-have in my opinion because of the bigger shape. Cherry will bring it down to maybe like I have as low as like 71 grams to like the 85 gram range. So for those people who want maybe a lighter setup, definitely go for this one. Rubber wood kind of seems to average in at like maybe mid 80s, but mostly in like the 90 gram range. And then we have it in beech, which is one of the heavier woods really, and it comes in maybe 95 to maybe 105, 92 to 105 gram range. So those are the three selections of woods we have right now. Maybe we'll do some more in the future depending on how well y'all like this shape, but I digress. Anyway, so the shape is an update of the Wave 1. It is it's about the same height, but thicker spike, almost a 1 centimeter spike, which is maybe one of the thicker ones in the game right now. Because of that, we actually updated the innards of our Tama a little bit, but more on that in another video. It does fit your regular Tama. I like Soul Tamas because they already have kind of a bigger hole, and it just fits in there right nice. But some of the slimmer shapes, that whole clearance is going to be a lot tighter, so that's just something to be aware of. We did go with a rounded cup. I know a lot of companies are going with that straight cup. Our first Ken had straight edges. The idea behind the rounded cups were that if you like, the geometry is proper so that if you have, circular hole, it fits 100% contact on a bird, right? Like any part of the bevel that's touching the edge here has full contact. So you could argue that you don't want that, but I would also argue, obviously, like more contact means more friction, and just more surface area, so it's easier to stall and like stay stalled. I understand maybe if you're trying to do tricks like this, right, more friction is not necessarily the best thing. But anyway, for the most part, there you go. It provides a better stall. And then one of my favorite things is you can actually get it to stall where the Tama hole is not even resting on the other side of the Serato wall, we'll call this. But yeah, I dig it. It's just something new that you can do that I'm into, right? I don't know if you can see that. There you go. But it's just like resting maybe not even halfway on the hole. And then let me see if you wet your bevel, like you can even exaggerate that where you're just, show me another Ken that can do this, right? So that's like the whole idea, is just having like a different balance point, different stall point for that. The base handle is got that same idea built in, where you just got nice full contact all the way there. And then obviously the ring stall, nothing special. I guess it is special, right? Like the Wave has greatly reduced that. You're not going to be doing what hooks with them, but I mean that's It's not a trick I've been chasing, so it's not something that was on my mind when I was designing this shape. Yeah, we start out with no balance hole. It does lunar just fine without it. It's not like super lunar focused because I mean I didn't gouge out the handle, but like it really does, it does do all right, right? Like that's not a bad angle for a lunar, right? And then you can go all the way to here, right? And that's the range of motion, but it does come down to a point. This is cherry, so sometimes it gets a little spotty or whatever in areas. So that's what you see there. But it comes down to a point, so I can put a drill bit right in that point and hollow out a hole for you. So if you do want that and you think that's going to help your game so much more, like I can do that for you. Maybe it changes just the slightest amount. I generally, depending on the wood, can take about 4 to 5 to 6 grams out of the hole, depending on how wide and deep I drill it. So I mean that's gonna help. That's little bird stall, or little cup lunar, but it's just it even without the hole, like it lunars quite all right. So this shape was designed for versatility, for a little extra down here, but my favorite thing is as well is that you can sand it down and take as much off and it still has that nice flowy feel to it. I've actually, from the factory, these come maybe a little too crisp and polished, so I generally, one of my practices is to take a bit of sandpaper and just kind of rub it along all the cups on almost any Dama I get now, just so it has a little more friction in there for your stalls. But that's something, you know, I like to do. Yeah, more Tamas coming soon. We just want to customize a bunch of stuff and continue customizing. We'll show you some of the work that we're bringing to Electric Forest. Look out for that for sure. Clint and Tim have been working real hard on that stuff. But yeah, that's a quick overview. I want you to want this. So, but if it's not your vibe, like I totally get that. A lot of companies have been claiming to have the best shape in the game or whatever. I will not be so proud or possibly arrogant to say that. Like this is something I've been dreaming about for a while. This is version 2. Like no lie, version 1 we had to modify when it got here to make it playable in my mind, but like that, yeah, I think we did a decent job. We still have some more of these if you want some. I still love them. They're a nice smaller shape. Like this, you can think of Wave 1 as like maybe mixed between an amped and a GT, like kind of that tall, slender of an amped, kind of the more flowy hand feel of a GT. But this maybe is, you know, a combination of the Wave plus like the size of a Jet maybe, or something like that. It's a little bit bigger, but it's a lot more rounded, so the hand feel is way different. Yeah, we slightly stepped walls, and then I guess this is something that would be worth pointing out. It's probably got like the widest serrato in the game right now, so it is, you know, a good ½ centimeter wider than Wave 1. You know, I'm measuring from distance here to here and here to here. I don't have those measurements right now, but anyway, it is wider. But that, I mean, for the larger fingered folks, it's nice for that gunslinger, right? It just gives you a little bit more room in the finger there. Like when I do gunslingers on smaller shapes, I feel like my finger like kind of comes over the cup wall there. And so, I mean, depending on, you know, what kind of sausage hands you might have, right? Like it should just be more comfortable in the hand, right? I'm not super good at gunslingers, and I'm not super confident on a unstringed or untamaed Ken, but it does gunslinger pretty well if that's something you're good at, especially if you leave the weight in the hole or in the base here. So anyway, quick overview. Hope you enjoyed this. Sorry, I'm so dim lighting, whatever. I just wanted, I didn't want it to blow out here. So anyway, that's what we got. Yeah, it's just like a nice larger feel. I'll do a video explaining the Tamas soon enough and how they fit together. Pretty excited about those. Another super teaser, whatever. This is a 63 mil Tama. Not all the Tamas we ordered were 63, but because we have that wider base here, like 63 fits kind of nice is what I was thinking. So there you go.